Hi, I'm Rebecca from Yoga Lux at Home, and welcome to this nap time session coming to you from beautiful Hoi An in Vietnam. We're here in our hotel and the view is of beautiful green lush rice fields. I can see water buffalo and cows and ducks and the Vietnamese workers with their traditional hats on. It's stunning and gorgeous. And my boys are taking their time out, their nap time refresh. Roman is to the side of the camera in his cot sleeping. If you can hear a little snoring, that's my little guy. And my big guy is in the bath next to me. So let's take this time together to refresh. And this sequence is going to be all about gentle seated stretching. Because when I think about Vietnam, this word gentle always comes to mind. The people speak softly, they walk with the pace of grace, slow and intentional movements, which just come across as being so lovely and gentle. So that's what we'll do today, some lovely, gentle stretching. So beginning in easy pose, crossing at the ankles. And I want you to sit up nice and tall so you can roll the shoulders down the back, bring a gentle lift to the heart, close the eyes down, and we'll just take 5 big, beautiful breaths together. So breathing in through the nose. And then as you exhale through the nose, let the shoulders drop down the back. A few more like that. Big breath in. Softening breath out. 3 more, breathing in very deeply. Exhaling out completely. Feeling up with the breath in, lifting the heart. As you exhale, shoulders glide back and down. 1 big breath in together. Very purifying, cleansing breath out. And just bring your hands to your heart now. Keeping your eyes closed, just set this intention to be gentle with yourself today. I even like to say that inside my mind, I am gentle. I am gentle. Embodying that feeling of gentleness, feeling it with every cell. And then when you're ready, slowly opening your eyes. You can start by taking some circles with the neck. This feels really nice if you want to keep your eyes closed, actually. So imagining you've got a pencil attached to your nose and you're drawing some lovely circles in the air. And again, just be gentle here. Sometimes we can hold a lot of tension in the neck, so always just move gently and allow things to free up. And then when you're ready, you can go the other way, reverse the direction. And linger in anywhere that feels a little bit stuck or tight. I like this word linger, languid. Take 1 more. Great, and then bring the head back to neutral. Feels good. Let's drop the right ear down to the right shoulder. Keeping the shoulders dropping down away from the ears, gliding down the back. Starting to feel this length and space into the left side of the neck. So just soften the shoulders down and keep dropping the right ear down to the shoulder. Take another big breath. Long, smooth breath out. And then gently lift the head. And we'll drop the left ear down to the left shoulder. Both shoulders gliding down the back like honey. Feeling that right side of the neck getting nice and long. Stretched out. Lots of space. Take 1 more big breath. Long breath out, and then gently lift the head. We'll take some cat-cow seated today. So as you breathe in, flowing with the breath, you press the heart forward. And then as you breathe out, we're going to round through the spine, draw the chin down towards the chest. And then flow. So you breathe in and you arch the back, reaching the heart forward. And then as you exhale, the core draws you back and you tuck the chin towards the chest, rounding through the spine. And just flow and repeat with your breath. This feels so nice. This feels like such a fluid, graceful movement. And when you come to Vietnam and you start to observe the people, especially the women, they are so graceful and they move so lightly, such light steps. It's really inspiring, so feminine. They wear their hair up, most of them wear their hair up because it's so humid, but I love this length of the neck. I always think the neck is such a sexy, elegant part of the body. And working on your posture, having great posture, lengthening the neck. So nice. Listen to my ramblings. Take one more breath. Beautiful long breath out. And we'll take this now into some circles. So breathing in, coming forward, doesn't matter which way. And then exhale, taking it back. And breathing in, taking that circle forward. And breathing out, coming back. Just getting into a nice rhythm, a nice flow. Keeping it nice and smooth, really natural movements. Think fluidity and flow. Big breath out, takes you back. And then we'll reverse, go the other way. Just moving really slow today. We've just been out for lunch and it's very humid out there. So I think that's why when I observe the Vietnamese people, especially the women, I think they're graceful because they're very wise. They don't rush, they move slow because it's hot. It's too hot to be rushing around. And just take one more circle. A nice long breath out. Coming back to the center. Time for a seated twist. So left hand to the right knee. Inhale, swim the right fingertips behind the back. Sit up nice and tall. And with the exhale, start to deepen the twist, working from the core. And then the rib cage, maybe the gaze. Just thinking about that length in the spine. Imagine a spiral staircase twisting. Take one more breath. Gentle exhale, cleansing and twisting. Softly release back to the center. We'll take the other side. So right hand to the left knee. Inhale, swim the left fingertips behind the back, sitting up nice and tall, finding length. With the exhale, deepening softly. Core, rib cage, heart, gaze. Shoulders gliding down the back. Stay here for one more breath. Find length. And then exhale to gently deepen. Slowly, gently release back to the center. Time for a side bend flow to open up the sides of the waist. Get some nice movement and flexion into the spine also. So right fingertips just coming out beside the hips. As you inhale, sweep and circle the left arm down, around and up. Pause at the top, getting beautiful length and elongation of the spine. Take one more breath here. As you exhale, up and over. That right elbow comes close to the side ribs and find more extension and length through that left side of the body. We'll just pause here for a moment, gliding the shoulders down the back, spiraling the heart up to the ceiling. Think elegance and ease for one more breath. Beautiful, long, softening breath out. And then lifting back up as you breathe in. Floating that left hand down as you breathe out. We'll take the other side. So left fingertips out to the side of the hips. Breathing in, up and over to the left. Lots of length in this right side of the body. Keep that right sitting bone anchoring down. Spiraling chest to ceiling, shoulders gliding down the back. Take one more breath here. And a long breath out. As you inhale, come back to the center and then float that right hand down. We'll flow now, one breath, one movement. So breathing in, sweep left arm up to the sky and over. And then inhale back up and down. Inhale, right arm up and over. And then inhale back to the center and down. A few more times. Inhale, left arm reaches high and over to the right. Inhaling, coming back up to the center. Fingertips float down. Time for the right side. Inhale, right arm up and over to the left. And coming back up on the inhale, floating that hand down. Time to open up through the shoulders. So I want you to reach your right arm high and then bend at the elbow, taking the forearm down the back. Your hand will find that place in between the shoulder blades. And then you can bring the left hand to the right elbow and place just a gentle pressure, opening up through the shoulders. So elbows are moving back in space, heart is lifting, the breath is nice and smooth and deep. Feels so good if you've got tight shoulders to open up. I know my left shoulder is really tight, so when we get to that side, it's going to feel amazing. So take some deep breaths, tuning into the sensation of stretch and opening. And take one more big breath. And a nice long breath out. Release the left hand down. And then I want you to bend at the elbow. Take it behind the back. And maybe you can clasp the hands behind the back. If you can't, you can just find the clothing. Just do your best. So if you've got the clasp, great. If you don't worry. Just keep working towards it. And elbows moving back in space. Heart lifting high. Keep the core engaged. And just feeling that stretch and opening into the shoulders. A lifting of the chest. Softening of that space, the back of the heart between the shoulder blades. Take another couple of breaths. And one more big breath in. A long softening breath out. And gently release. Here we go. Left arm reaches high, bending at the elbow. Ouch, here's my tight side. As the right hand comes to that left elbow and just places a gentle pressure. Left fingertips creeping down the back. Both elbows moving back in space. Keep the heart lifting. I always close my eyes in these stretches because I feel I can go deeper into the sensations. Just becoming really aware of how it feels when you do stretch the body. All that amazing space that's freed up. Any stress and tension feels like you're just squeezing it out. Let's take another couple of breaths here. Breathing into anywhere that's tight. I know I am. And you can release that right hand and right fingertips come behind the back. Maybe you're finding the clasp or maybe you're just grabbing onto your clothes. Just working to whatever level you're at today. And then both elbows moving back in space as you lift the heart. And again, if you're tight, this will feel really nice. I think this is one of those stretches where it can be really uncomfortable in a good way. So breathe into it. Breathe into any sensation of tightness. Feeling things soften, dissolve, become spacious. Take one more breath. Nice long breath out, and then gently release. I'll turn to the side so you can see what I'm doing here. Interlace both hands behind the back. Find your sitting bones and then glide the knuckles down towards your tailbone as you lift the heart. Shoulders coming together and down the back. And I like to draw the chin towards the chest here. Take another breath. As you exhale, melt the shoulders down the back. Feels so good. Let's take one more. A nice long exhale to release. We'll take revolved head to knee pose now. So I want you to open the hips and extend the right leg out long. And then we're going to find both sitting bones pressing into the yoga mat. And extend the right fingertips along the right leg. Maybe you're clasping around the big toe or just finding a nice place around the ankle or on the shin for that right hand to rest. Get comfortable and then sweep and circle, left arm down, around, up and over. And the important thing here is to keep the shoulders gliding down the back, both sides of the waist long, and the heart softening and spiraling to the ceiling. I like to take a bind by wrapping that left arm around the back. Keep softening the shoulders down as you spin the heart up. Neck is long, shoulders are gliding down. And maybe you're deepening the pose by seeing if that head can come a little bit closer to the knee. But again, just softening, gently stretching. Beautiful stretch for that left side of the body. Let's take another couple of breaths. Just allowing the body to do its thing, to open up, to stretch out. Take one more big breath. Beautiful long exhale. And then gently release. So bring your hands either side of the leg and press yourself back up. And we're going to square the torso to the front foot for our hamstring stretch. Find your sitting bones. There they are. Sit up nice and tall. Big breath. And then as you exhale, start to creep the fingertips either side of that leg, pressing the back of the knee down towards the mat and the heel away from you. Soften the shoulders down, soften the upper body, then lengthen the spine over the leg, surrender. And just take some quiet breaths here. So feeling that hamstring and the whole back of the leg getting really long and spacious. You can even find a little movement here if that feels nice, rocking side to side. Deepening the stretch as it feels right, so creeping the fingertips further away from you and keep lengthening the spine, keep surrendering, keep softening. And I love this idea of gentleness. It's something I say to Roman constantly is be gentle, be gentle. It's usually because he's trying to whack me in the face or do something like that. But I think it's a really good motto to live by. Be gentle, be kind. If I could teach him anything, it would be gentle and be kind. It's always good to remind yourself, be gentle, be kind. Just another few breaths, just softening, just allowing the body to stretch and open, muscles to lengthen.
Getting a nice stretch into the lower back here too. Softening through the shoulders. And then gently release and press yourself back up. Keeping the knee where it is, let's take a seated twist. So right hand to the left knee. Inhale, swim the fingertips behind the back and find that beautiful elongated posture. As you exhale, gently deepen the twist. Core moves first, then rib cage, maybe gaze. Stay here for one breath. And a long exhale. And then gently release, coming back to the center. We'll change sides. So left leg lengthens. Right sole of the foot to the inside of that left inner thigh. And to start with, we have our hips open for that side body stretch. Revolved head to knee pose. So we're going to creep the left fingertips down the leg and find that place. Maybe it's clasping the big toe or around the ankle, wherever's right for you, keeping the shoulders gliding down the back. Inhale, right arm up and over. Delicious stretch for the right side of the body. And maybe you're staying here, softening the shoulders down the back, or maybe you're wrapping that top arm behind the back and coming into the deepest, softest, gentlest version of the pose for you. So spiraling heart to ceiling, softening shoulders down the back, revolving head to knee, just working in that direction. Flexing the front foot. And softening and breathing. Sometimes I think in yoga we can try to muscle and force ourselves into these amazing shapes. And it just feels yuck. It just feels not very nice. It feels like we're trying to control and be control freaks on the yoga mat, because we do that in life so much. And I find if I can get into that space of trusting and allowing in life and on the mat, things just seem to flow a lot better. It's taken me a long time to work that out. And it's a daily practice. So keep breathing, just a few more breaths. Lengthening both sides of the waist, gliding shoulders down the back. Take one more big breath. A nice long breath out. And then gently release. Hands either side of the knee, gently press yourself back up. Squaring now the torso, the heart to the front foot. Ready for our hamstring stretch. So breathe in, sit up nice and tall. And then as you exhale, creeping the fingertips down either side of that front leg, keeping the front foot flexed, and surrender. And just take these few moments just to find the stretch of the back of the leg. You can keep the back of the knee dropping down towards the mat as you press the heel away from you. Shoulders are soft, dropping away from the ears, lots of space around the neck. And just keep breathing, keep softening, keep allowing the body to open up. Soft muscles in the face. You can hear lots of beeping of scooters outside. Beeping of scooters, mooing cows. I can hear Romans snoring. So nice. Keep softening the shoulders. Keep stretching that left leg. It's time to gently release, so press yourself back up. We'll take our lovely seated twist here. So left hand to that right knee, swim the right hand behind the back. Take a big breath in and lengthen upwards. And then as you exhale, gently deepen the twist. I'm smiling because I'm looking out at this amazing view of rice fields. So green and lush. Water buffaloes, ducks, these quaint little houses. Hoi An is a beautiful place. If you have a chance to come to Vietnam,
do. The people are so gentle and kind and friendly. The food is so fresh and delicious. There's a real warmth and a vibrancy in the air. Life is simple. They live slowly and gently. I love it. Take one more breath. A nice, long, gentle breath out. And then unwind, come back to the center. And we'll bring both feet in together for butterfly. So press the soles of the feet together. You can sit up nice and tall and think about sending the knees out to either side of the room. So shooting out in opposite directions. Instead of trying to muscle them and press them down to the floor, see if you can extend that energy outwards. Keep the heart lifting. You can gently flap the butterfly wings for a few breaths. And I do this pose with Roman. He loves this butterfly. He really gets into it. Just take one more gentle breath. Great. And let's extend now the legs out for a wide-legged straddle. So see if you can keep the sitting bones pressing down, lengthening up through the spine, extending that energy, shooting out through the heels, flexing both feet. And we'll start to creep forward into a nice forward fold. And again, find that place where you're having a nice, gentle but deep stretch at the same time, and then surrender the upper body down. Maybe you're using a pillow or you're up on a block, or you're letting the elbows rest on the ground. Wherever you are, keep the shoulders dropping down, softening, always softening. The backs of the legs are lengthening. Those upper thighs are spiraling outwards, externally rotating to get a nice little opening into the hips. And we're just here for a few breaths, so breathe deep. Soften the muscles in the face. Just always feeling that sensation of gentleness. One more beautiful breath here. And a nice long breath out. And then gently press yourself back up. I'm going to turn to the side for this last stretch so you can see what I'm doing. So pointing the knees straight up to the ceiling, soles of the feet on the floor. Bring the hands behind you with fingertips pointing forward. And I'm going to lift my bottom up, crossing the left ankle over the right knee, and then sitting back down. We're taking seated pigeon. And you want to keep both feet flexed, so both toes flexing back towards you. And here you want to play with the distance between the foot and your butt. So for a deeper stretch, you lift up and move closer to the foot. And just adjust so that you can keep that heart lifting upwards. You don't want to be collapsed back like this. You want to keep a lifted heart, a long spine as you're taking this stretch. And you'll feel if this is too intense for you, you can lengthen that right foot away from you. So just play with that placement. Find where you're getting a nice, juicy stretch. Close the eyes and you can sway a little. And see how relaxed and gentle you can be here while you're having this juicy stretch into that left hip, that left glute. Opening up, lengthening the muscles. And this is a stretch I love. I always feel the yoga practice is incomplete without this hip opener. Sometimes I take it on my back or lying on a block, but it's just that feeling of coming home, that creating that space, that releasing any tension. It's like squeezing out that toxic poison of stress. And being here in Vietnam, you don't have that sensation that people are rushing around or that they're stressed or that they have too much to do. Again, they walk slowly. They adapt that pace of grace, which is so beautiful. something that I want to take home. That's my souvenir. The pace of grace. And just stay here for one more breath. A nice long exhale, and then gently lift up, and we'll change sides. So right foot crosses over, sitting back down, and again, maybe you're starting out here with a foot, or maybe you're just being very brave and taking the nice juicy stretch to start with. Again, long spine, lifted heart. Soft face, soften the eyebrows. Just enjoying this magnificent view. We have to check out of this hotel tomorrow, and I said to Damien, I feel like we live here now. I feel like this is our apartment. It's so gorgeous. The infinity pool on the roof is amazing. You have this view over the spectacular rice fields. It's had some really nice moments up there. Hoi An, we love you. Let's take a nice couple of quiet breaths. And last one. And then gently release. Come back and find your easy pose. Seated cross-legged position. Find that nice tall posture, roll the shoulders down. And close your eyes and just let your breath return to its natural rhythm. Just noticing how you feel now after stretching the body out, after breathing deeply, just slowing down. After focusing on this sensation of being gentle. And making that intention to be more gentle with yourself and with others, to bring that back into your day now. You can even solidify that by repeating the mantra, I am gentle, silently in the mind. Feeling it with every cell of your being, embodying it. Softening all the muscles in the body. Softening the mind, softening the heart. Feeling completely at ease and at peace with yourself. Feeling restored, refreshed, renewed. You can bring your hands to your heart. And when you're ready, you can slowly bat the eyelashes open. I feel delicious, delightful, and amazing. I hope you do too. Thank you so much for joining me in this nap time session from Hoi An. Namaste.